always be a side. always be a side. Always be a side.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to MFRL Tier 2. I'm Mark D'Agostino. Um, it's been a while. Just shy of a whole month of not racing. Today we're in the Circuit of the Americas, located in Texas, USA, widely known as the USA Grand Prix. Um, Yeah, I'm a bit rusty, so apologies if there's a couple mistakes here and there, but nonetheless, this should be a fun one. Unfortunately, today we are only 9 drivers, not a lot of Tier 2 drivers competing. Nathan is the first person out from the pit lane. Yeah, I hope you guys had a nice winter break. Lots and lots of well, holidays, Christmas, New Year's. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Seems like as well that I might be the only commentator joining. Maybe Mystic Sam would join later on, but we'll just have to wait and see. So now a lot of drivers out on track. Nathan and Giuseppe straight behind him. SpaceX as well, haven't seen him in a while. Calvin and then Lupin as well, straight behind him. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed from the starting scenes, but there's also new overlays, which I hope you guys will appreciate. Lots and lots of time went into it. I'm going to reduce the volume just because I got suggested to do that. Let's actually put it one more up, maybe, and then because we don't want it to be too low, of course. But yeah, Circuit of the Americas, a pretty tricky track. It's not the best. A lot of people have problems on it. Nathan seems like to be the first driver out on track. We already have a slow driver of the Alpha Tauri. I think that's Lupin, going a bit slow. But yeah, Nathan, the first driver to start his hot lap. Giuseppe as well out on track. We played a bit with Giuseppe, and he seems to be quite fast in his own right. So I think everyone in this lobby, at least, is quite competitive in their own right. So yeah, as you can see, Sector 1 is very tricky. Going into Sector 2, you have the main straight, basically very bright from the sun, so we know this is in the morning. I hope that's not really an issue for the people playing, but for sure it's just at least a straight line. So that's the first DRS zone, basically. Going into Sector 3, also quite tricky. Have a nice hairpin leading into another long hairpin here, basically flat out, but as the tires wear out, you have to be careful on that part of the track as well, because it's very easy to lose the car. Nathan did a pretty nice lap here, going into the last corner, crosses the line and puts a nice 135.6. Still a lot to improve, but his teammate also on the last corner. Let's see if he can beat him. No, he can. Just 1/10 off. I think SpaceX is also on the long hairpin here. Puts in a 135.1. So far better than the rest. JJ as well. He came out from the pit, so he's still not on his hot lap. I think Lupin. Yep, there you go. Puts in a 135.0. So already seeing some improvements here and there. I think Calvin as well on his hot lap. We'll see what he can put in. Nope, he cannot. Glanza, we haven't mentioned him in a while. 134.5 for Glanza. I'm sorry if the stream is a bit laggy, but unfortunately at this point there's not much I can do. PC isn't great, running a lot of resources in the background, more than before, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Glanza though, he's shown us in the past how good he can be, so 134.5 from him. Lupin not that far away. We've seen them both battle it out on track before, so I'm excited to see what comes from both of them. Calvin, let's see if he's maybe going for his second hot lap on these tires. I also haven't played in quite a while, so it'll be interesting to see how I go from a commentator's point of view. But yeah, I think this is also going to be fairly difficult to commentate, just because there's not a lot of people driving. So, and I'm sorry if I do stay quiet at certain times, but I am also receiving updates. I am also receiving updates at certain parts, so the stream is better for you lot. So I think Giuseppe is definitely going to try for his second hot lap, and I think Glanza lost the car going into the pit lane. That's interesting. But yeah, Giuseppe definitely warming up those tires, recharging that battery, and I'm pretty sure he refueled heavily, so probably also why his time wasn't the greatest. But I'm not sure if 1.2 seconds are in his next lap. He's done it before. Let's see if he can do it in quali. This might also be a very good time to go through the track a bit. So onto the start-finish line, we have a DRS zone onto the hill, which is very, very popular, very, very hard turn. George Russell is pretty famous for this corner, hitting Sainz, I think, last year. So going into sector 1, we have a nice S here, very, very hard to master, but carries a lot of speed onto the, I think, 4th corner. Into the 5th, you can cut that pretty easily, which Giuseppe did not. Going to turn 6 and 7. Now a nice straight as well, which leads into another straight going into the first DRS zone. I think a lot of overtakes can be done here. The sun pretty much blinding the drivers at this point. DRS point opens here. Like I said, it's very, very powerful, very long as well, about 1.5 kilometers, so that's pretty interesting. As you can see there, Giuseppe does cut that corner, which is still valid. Puts in a purple sector 2, so he's doing pretty well. Going into sector 3, obviously a nice hairpin here, also very difficult to see where you're going to brake, and leading into another hairpin, which you're meant to stick to the inside, but the more you stick to the inside, the more risk you're going to take, because the car would be carrying a lot more speed throughout that corner, and you'll have a lot less rotation naturally. Going into the final corner, he puts in a 1:35.4, only 2/10 up from his previous lap, so only manages to take P4 from his teammates. SpaceX also seems to be on his hot lap, as well as Lupin. So I think Lupin is gonna start right now. We'll shuffle between them basically. We'll say Nathan. Nathan also seems to be on his hot lap. Maya, unfortunately, her teammate is not here to join us today. He was unavailable, so Maya settles in the Aston Martin alone. She's also starting her hot lap. Lupin right now seems to be the only one that can really challenge for that P1 position. We've seen him take it before as well. I don't know exactly if Piggy or JJ are having issues. That's JJ. From what I can see, yeah, the Mercedes of Nathan is right behind him. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, not the greatest of starts. Going into sector 3 for Lupin. He's about 3/10 up, so putting in a purple sector 2. That bug still exists, I'm guessing, because 3/10 is still not enough to beat Glanza. Nathan puts in a P2. He's about 4/10 away from Glanza, so we're still fighting for that P1 position. Let's see what SpaceX is able to put. He stays in the same position, goes into pits. Lupin crosses the final corner. Deploy is used, but he does improve, but he still can't beat Glanza. Very, very close time. Literally 21 milliseconds, so very close. I'm guessing also Glanza starting his lap, so we'll see if he can improve. Maya puts in a nice P3, which is quite surprising. She had a very, very nice sector 3, but yeah, from what we've heard, she's complained a bit about this track. It hasn't been her favorite up till now, so It's also nice to see her up in P3. Glanza very, very smooth on that throttle, yet still slower in Sector 3. About 80 milliseconds down from his previous time, but I mean it's Sector 1, so can't really complain. Seems like though 134.5 is the benchmark for everyone at the moment. Goes into the nice long main straight. DRS opens up. Let's see if he's going to encounter some traffic. I think that's Calvin up ahead. No, it's Lupin. So hopefully it doesn't hinder Glanza, because naturally he is going to be slower. He did put a purple sector too, but I unfortunately didn't see how much he could do. I don't know. That's Maya spinning. I don't know if that wing is okay, but yeah, she lost the car. He's about a 1/10 and a half on top of his previous time. He really can't mess this up if he wants to improve on that time, which I think he will. Goes into the final corner, crosses the line, and puts a 1:33.9. That wasn't only a 10th and a half. Damn, he made a mistake on his first lap. That's a beautiful lap right there. 1:33.9. That's very, very good. Lupin is definitely not going to be happy about that. He needs to improve quite a lot. I think Giuseppe now passes Calvin. He's still on his outlap though, so we haven't seen JJ much. So I'm gonna try to give everyone maybe try to at least give equal amounts of screen time. Hopefully there's also equal amounts of action. So right now only two drivers which are very, very close are Bob's, Nathan, and then JJ as well. He can put in a nice 2/10s to pass the rest. Invalids though, which is never nice to see, so he will stay in the same place. Piggy now on his outlap as well. Calvin onto the hairpin. It seems like he's going slow though, so I don't know why that hot lap is being used so much. Fuel, not very nice to see. So he also stays on the 1:39. Giuseppe starting another lap on fresh tires. I'm guessing also his fuel is at the bare minimum now. Only 3 minutes left in this qualifying, so I don't think it's worth it for him to risk going twice. Maybe just put in this lap, and hopefully he'll have time to put in another. But I don't think so. He'll need to abort this lap, depending on what he's doing, which I'm pretty sure he can improve. So SpaceX and Giuseppe, only two that are on their laps. SpaceX 3/10 up on his time, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get basically 4 positions. Crosses the line and puts it in P3, 5/10 up from his previous time. Still not enough to beat Lupin. Maybe he doesn't have time for another lap for sure, unless he has fuel and he goes around again, but we'll see. Giuseppe goes onto the long hairpin, does it much better than before from what I can see. Goes a bit wide, tires are very, very close. Onto the final corner, opens DRS for the last bit and puts in a P4, 1:34.7, basically 7/10 up on his time. Lupin on his outlap now, wanting to get that pole position from Glanza. Glanza not risking it and going out another time, finding traffic in front of Calvin. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but if Giuseppe needs another lap, which he does, he's gonna have to have planned it beforehand and put in extra fuel. I think Maya is going to start her hot lap soon, and Nathan as well. So everyone wanting to improve. Piggy surprisingly has not put in a nice lap up to now. 140s for him, and from what I've seen, only 3/10 up. That's a bit disappointing because we know how good he can be. goes on to the final corner. That deploy is used, so this is his final lap, but puts in a pole position. That came straight out of nowhere because the delta time only said 3/10. Wow. We did not see that coming. That's a nice lap from him. Glanza though still on his outlap, so this qualifying is far from over. Maya needs to be improving by about 1.1 seconds at the end of it. Lupin, SpaceX is out. This is seeming to be very entertaining. I mean, he just retired, so nothing happened on track at least. Lupin finishing up sector 2. He's down on his time, 5:10, so it's pretty much a guarantee that he won't be able to get anywhere near the front grid at least. Let's see if Giuseppe seems to be trying another lap, but that deploy won't last, so he's probably not going to improve. Maya still has enough deploy to finish the lap. I don't know if she is improving or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Goes into sector 3 and exceeds the limit. Goes in the pit with a bit of frustration. Nathan also in the pits. JJ still on his hot lap. Calvin as well is improving, but from what I can see, probably not enough to unfortunately get up any positions. Glanza going slow from what I can see, so it seems like exactly. That is a nice qualifying. We'll go on Calvin just to obviously see where he's going to end up, but for the most part, Glanza has aborted his lap, so he stays in P2. That's a nice lap from Piggy. Puts it in pole position. Lupin P3, JJ is in P4, SpaceX P5. And unfortunately the rest I could not see them, but Calvin stays in P9. So quite an interesting qualifying. Like we were saying, Giuseppe puts it in P6. That's a bit disappointing to see, knowing how much pace he actually has. Bob's P7, Nathan P8, and like we just mentioned, Calvin in P9. We will see you in the race. Seems like that Sam is also coming. See you.
Always be a side.
And we welcome you back. Seems like we are going to go straight ahead for the race.
And they're gone.
Sam is here joining us back again. Piggy does get a nice start. Glanza straight behind him. Lupin also trying to get that position. JJ and SpaceX fighting, but seems to be a very nice start from everyone.
Everyone seems to have gotten away cleanly.
Yeah, which is very, very nice to see, actually.
Oh, and Bob is around.
I don't know if Bob's unfortunately spun, but at least she may have damage, but at least she's still in this race. So that's very unfortunate to see, but hopefully traffic can gain her a bit of time. But yeah.
The car looks to be in one piece.
What do you think of this track, Seb?
It's a fun track until you mess up. And once you mess up, those tires are just gone.
Yep, I 100% agree. Everyone's still fighting here. Piggy doing a very nice job to defend from Glantz, as we all know. I think Glantz is fairly intimidating to race against. He knows how to attack and defend. So, um, if I say so myself, the perfect combination for a driver. So,
The critical thing here is we have half the grid on mediums and half on hards. Maya being on the hard, so it's possible that someone might have bumped her from the rear who had a medium tire on.
at least it's only 8 seconds and not more. Obviously,
Yeah, and the
traffic
safety
will.
cars. I'll be quite surprised if there's no VSC or SC through the race.
FM, it's also only 9 drivers, unfortunately.
I
So,
mean, it is. But I'm expecting someone to like lose the car during sector 1
yep.
and go into the wall.
Especially when tire wear becomes a big issue. Um, it's definitely possible. Top 3 are still fighting, which is good. JJ slowing that car down a bit, maybe holding up the rest of the grid about a second now on the first lap. So Calvin also trying to maybe gain a bit of time on Giuseppe, splitting those Mercedes. And Maya, from what I can see, holding position, not really gaining, not really losing. So,
No, at the moment, those mediums are going to be much faster, and those
yep.
hards need to warm up. Give it like lap 4, and then she'll start probably gaining.
Piggy also setting faster sectors all around. So, um, oops, seems my JJ as well is pretty fast now, setting a purple sector 2. Everyone is holding position. It's gonna be quite hard without DRS to start attacking.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
everyone wants to hold that battery as well, not really waste it. Piggy sets in the first fastest lap. Let's see if any more come in. Seems like no.
DRS has been enabled, so now once I don't see the real fight.
28 laps of the circuit of the Americas. So this is, I think, going to be a long one actually. The stream, from what I can see, is not in perfect condition. Maybe a bit of lag here and there, but JJ does get already a 3-second time penalty. That definitely not what he
That's not
wants.
good.
Yeah.
If you have 3 seconds in 3 laps, oh boy.
Yep. Sector 1 is very easy to mess up, you know.
It is. Piggy doing his best to keep Lonza out of his DRS zone.
Doing fairly well. They seem to have the same ERS as well, so everyone actually holding their battery fairly well. SpaceX doing the better of the
Nathan and
bunch as
Calvin.
Nathan does get a nice overtake down the inside. They almost touch, not really, but Calvin braking later. Obviously those mediums are definitely going to help, but Nathan
Ooh,
does
bit
have
of a
better
snap.
traction. Yep, saw that as well. Ooh, this is a nice camera. Glanza now 1 second away from Piggy. I don't know if Piggy is just now a lot better than
Could
before,
be.
or Glanza maybe is a bit of has a bit of rust on him from the winter holidays. So
I mean, if we go back to the last race before the break, Japan, Piggy was in the top, I believe, 3 for the entire race.
yep,
And in tier 1, he did relatively well, I think, coming P6.
yep, I agree. Giuseppe going a bit wide, using a lot of his ARS.
Your
I
facts?
think
Nathan.
Nathan unfortunately spins. Maya is at
Maya
least
will be
going to
happy.
like that, but
Ooh,
I don't know if that was an unsafe entry. I mean, she
probably.
definitely saw him coming, but Nathan definitely doesn't want to lose that position. At the same time,
But to give Maya DRS.
yep,
And you can see the ERS lights flashing on Nathan's car. Just about.
Not only that, Giuseppe as well, already at 17%, so not very good from his end, but gaining on pretty much everyone. Maya does get that DRS on Nathan, so at least...
Quite an easy move.
Ooh, watches down the inside, but can't make that move stick. Glanza now seems to be at second. That's called the bro tooth commentating right there.
Exactly.
Moving on
He
to
will
the
have
same.
DRS this time.
Yep, on the start finish line as well, so definitely going to be gaining, but I will see if Piggy not using that DRS. So this is a nice battle up ahead. SpaceX about 5/10 from JJ, looking to attack on him, which helps also Giuseppe. So lots of battles at the moment. Maya and Nathan also giving it a tussle.
Currently, I think Glanza is in the best position. As long as he stays within 1 second, he can recharge his battery, while Piggy really can't afford to.
Yep.
JJ gets another 3 seconds in 5 laps this time.
Not very good at all.
He's gonna end up disqualified by the end of it, I swear down.
We hope not, because that won't bring a safety car.
Yeah, I'm just bringing 8 drivers.
That ERS of Glanza still being used up. Actually, Piggy has a bit more, so Lupin losing a bit of time. SpaceX very close to JJ now. I can see a lot of different lines here, so quite unique from everyone. Nathan also gaining on Maya. Seems to stick it down the outside. Both of them are on hard tires. Maya defends fairly well. But this is a nice battle between the two.
Overall, this is helping neither of them. They're just losing time.
Yep. Onto the long hairpin. I think this hairpin is going to be one of the corners which I think a lot of people will start struggling on. As we can see Maya's car going left to right, kind of swerving a bit, losing a bit of traction maybe, but
A bit too much wear there and your car will just slide.
yep, and a bit too much throttle as well, and it will still slide. So you have to really be careful. Giuseppe, SpaceX, JJ all trying to battle it out for 4th position. Glanza also holding onto his position, so now that DRS will definitely help him as Piggy goes a bit wide. SpaceX also loses a bit of time to JJ, and Giuseppe is right on his tail, so
This is gonna be a battle, but I think that DRS for SpaceX will keep him free of Giuseppe.
Giuseppe also doing very well to recharge that battery as well, so I think USA is very good for that.
I believe so.
SpaceX now really close to JJ, as we can see a nice view between them as he loses the car a bit, goes wide, and now Giuseppe looking to get the better line of the exit, doesn't though, and almost loses the car.
Yeah, that corner is tricky. Too much throttle and it's very easy to do so and you just lose the car.
Yep, Nathan and Maya still battling it out, 7 seconds from Calvin, so honestly at this point just work together and not battle it out.
Yeah, I mean both avatars are having quite a lonely race. One in third, one in 7th.
Everyone having basically DRS at the moment. Calvin and Maya doesn't obviously, but the respective attacks.
Calvin, Maya and Lupin and JJ.
Yep.
However, if SpaceX can close up enough during Sector 1, he will be able to make the overtake. I mean, JJ already has 6 seconds of penalties, so...
Yeah, that's really going to hurt him in the long run. At this
bad
point,
exit from SpaceX. Very bad exit. Calvin gets 3 seconds.
Nathan is now very close on Sector 1 to Maya, so I think maybe he used up a bit too much ERS because Maya has quite a lot more. so she can defend quite nicely on the straight, but ultimately he has DRS, which will help him quite a lot. Giuseppe also with DRS, but finishes the straight, so we'll go back to Nathan, see what they can do. Maya choosing
Just
a
getting
very, very different line, forcing him on the outside. He's quite fast, but we'll see what they can do. Leaves enough space in
side by
between them,
side. Just
and
about.
Maya defends nicely. I think she has that side pretty down. So
Yeah. I mean, I think she has a bit too much top speed for Nathan, even with DRS. Meanwhile, Glanza
I'm
is
pretty sure
still
she
in the
also.
DRS of Piggy.
Oh, she did not use her ERS as well, which is
Yeah.
also nice to see.
Well, like right now, she just needs to book it.
I think Giuseppe
This is
needs.
prime time for hard tires.
Yeah, Giuseppe, I think really needs to start capitalizing on other people's mistakes. I think SpaceX did a lot of mistakes, and unfortunately, he still hasn't gotten past them. So all of this is
Yeah.
making him lose time at the end of the day. So
Yeah, I mean, remember, SpaceX and Giuseppe are on the hard tires, so it's not the end of the world. The real loser right now is Calvin on those medium tires.
yep, for
With a
sure.
penalty and way off the hard users.
If the safety comes in or comes out in the right window, I think the hard runners are gonna be very, very happy.
I mean, it depends. If it comes out right now, the mediums
No,
will be over the moon.
yeah, exactly. So it really just depends if you're lucky or not. Nathan
Yeah.
now using that ERS and that DRS, trying to attack heavily. SpaceX gets
SpaceX
3
3 seconds.
seconds.
Right
Maya
now,
has a
Giuseppe must be loving it.
lot. Maya has a
Oh,
lot of
straight line.
straight line. They're basically
Yeah.
fighting again side by side. Nathan doesn't want to give that up. Goes down the inside, almost touches, but everyone seems to be safe for now.
Giuseppe
Giuseppe,
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Not very nice to see.
If a safety car comes out, like, no, lap 14, 15, Maya and Nathan will love life so much.
Ooh, very heavy braking there from Jacob. Almost hits JJ in the process of it. So I'm actually quite surprised how good Piggy is handling Glanza. Obviously, Glanza has a lot of that ERS saved up, so he'll need to cater in for that. But I'm pretty sure the top runners would love a safety car right now. Plants are really pushing that car though. Lupin seems to be having a very lonely race
Yeah.
as well. Ooh,
Oof.
I thought I saw a car going sideways, but
SpaceX very close to JJ.
goes down the inside. Pretty sure he's going to cover him off very nicely here. Pushes him kind of off the track, but does make that move stick. Now it's Giuseppe's turn, and JJ's turn to defend against him. So we'll see how long this attack lasts. Giuseppe getting a very a wide line and not really helpful there, but lots and lots of pressure for JJ. Ooh, very late braking as well. Goes wide, that's not really going to help him. Oh, Nathan! I
He's
think
around.
battling it out on the hairpin as well, and loses the car. So now that relieves a bit of pressure from Maya. Like we said, at this point, if the tires are maybe a bit overheated,
Yeah, they're gonna go around.
you're gonna go around JJ with
Okay,
his
JJ.
9 seconds now in total. Um, he really needs to keep that car on track because at some point he's
Yeah, I
gonna.
mean, a few more he's gonna get disqualified.
Yep. That being said, it is a really hard track to master, and if you don't know it very well, then it's very easy to go wide and
Yeah.
get a penalty. So JJ trying to attack from SpaceX, gaining little by little, but I don't think it's going to be enough to be to have this move done on this lap. At least Giuseppe as well, right behind them. So this is exactly what he wants. Maybe force them into a mistake. Glantz and Pig is still fighting. As we can see, Glanza has a much better line, very smooth on that wheel as well. So
Yeah, I mean, right now it's obvious to see where the advantage is. Picky with 20%, Glanza with 60.
Giuseppe does take the position from JJ, so now he can get back to racing against Jacob. 1 second off, but already within a second. Doesn't get DRS unfortunately, but maybe he'll get it in sector 2. We'll see. We'll go on to the, I think, only battle on track we have now. Piggy and Glanza, top runner-ups. For this track, they started basically on the front row. It's still on the front row at the moment, so 12 seconds at least ahead of the rest. So
yeah, I mean, at this point it's all about staying in front, and for Piggy, he needs the undercut.
I think this is where he might make the move stick on Piggy.
No, might not, honestly.
Might not, yeah.
And I don't think he does. Yeah, he just wants to stay behind and collect his DRS.
I did see Glanza use a bit of ARS, but just a tiny bit. As you can see, you can have two very different lines. I think Glanza has the better. Goes down the inside. Both of them leaving a little space. Wheel to wheel.
Don't make contact.
Racing. That was beautiful. 110. As you can see, Glanza
has a better line.
Far better line than Piggy, but Piggy doing very well to cover him off. DRS now again, only 3/10 splitting the two, so
yeah, but one has 65% ERS and one is about to go below 10.
yep, exactly. I don't think this is the best place to put the car down the inside. Obviously, you don't want to go wide and miss your line either, but I think Glanza is very patient. He knows where he needs to put that position.
JJ's
once he sees that light flashing as well, he knows when he needs to attack. So I think he's just as surprised as all of us for how well Piggy is keeping him behind. I mean, 12 laps, and there's only about 210 difference per lap. So
yeah,
Maya up to P7 now. Obviously, those hard tires doing well, but I think Glanza now.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Far more speed.
No chance.
Really using that ERS.
I think he's in a pit like this lap, Glanza. It would make sense. He can get an undercut, and he's in the lead.
Not
unless the
only
safety car
that,
comes out,
better
he has it back.
more ERS as well.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
everything's in his favor.
Yep.
If I'm Jamie, I pit this lap, no matter what.
Oh, I
As
don't know
Nathan
if
Jones.
that's. I don't know if that wing is still intact. Looks to be okay, but
Well, they both pit. They both pit.
Piggy really following what Glanza is doing. If
Yeah, I mean the undercut's powerful around this track.
we'll see what they can do. I think Glanza still ahead.
Yeah, barely.
But their side, they're literally bumper to bumper at the moment. So, ooh, SpaceX, Giuseppe, both passing. This might also hinder them.
I mean, if Glanza gets DRS on them, it'll be a. Oh, they make contact. They make contact. Piggy and Glanza.
I was just about to switch on them. Unfortunately, I didn't see. Did they go? Maybe Piggy put it down the inside.
No, Piggy. I think wasn't expecting him to brake so early and just went in the back of him.
Oh, that wing.
The wing is damaged. I think, is it?
It looks okay, but it looks okay.
It could be the cold tires. To be fair.
Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, I early brake on, after I get out from the pits, so it's very possible. Maya Now in P5, obviously she still has
Gran
the pits.
Giuseppe in P1.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
SpaceX sending it.
they're also wheel to wheel now, so goes wide, trying to get a far better
Very
line, which
wide.
he does. Giuseppe has the
Oof.
inside line now, so we'll see what he can do. SpaceX knows what he
Better
has to do.
exit. Ooh, touching tires.
They touched a bit, but that wing, I don't know if that's Nathan again.
Nathan, yeah.
Really struggling, but Jacob and SpaceX now still fighting
Will,
for that lead. Both of
yeah, I
them have
mean,
penalties as
they're
well.
going great right now.
I really wonder if Piggy has damage. If he does, he's handling that car really, really well as well. So
I don't think he does. So it wasn't a massive touch. It was just enough to like off-center the car, and for the half
yeah,
spin.
Giuseppe now seems to be losing a bit of time, but maybe he'll gain it all back. Obviously, this track has a mixture of both downforce and straight line speed, so really finding your sweet spot is key in reality. So you could struggle a bit maybe in sector 1 and then gain it all back in sector 2.
Exactly.
Lupin meanwhile does get a 3 seconds time penalty. Maybe change.
Not ideal.
Lupin now maybe attacking on JJ. JJ's lights flashing as well, so he's probably panicking on how he can defend from Lupin, because as we all know, Lupin is very, very hard to defend against.
Yeah.
So Giuseppe and
SpaceX
SpaceX.
in.
Lanza already 2 seconds away from Giuseppe, so
Yeah. 1.8 from Piggy.
Piggy did lose unfortunately a lot of time from Glanza, so
Yeah.
Lupin
Lupin overtakes JJ.
onto the start finish line, does get a nice exit as well. JJ trying to maybe attack him back.
Maya trying to keep within the DRS of SpaceX.
Almost touches wing. Ooh, you can just
They're
hear the
so
car
close.
sliding a bit.
Oof.
Ooh, very
Oh
very
my
close.
God.
This is nice racing right here. JJ has improved immensely, thinking about going down the inside.
I thought he was gonna go with him. Oh my god.
This is very nice racing. 1 second, about I'd say 3 seconds from Lupin. We can see Maya, which is still on those old hard tires. So now they touched.
Contact.
Still not enough to hinder Lupin, but does throw him off track. Hopefully, it didn't grant him a warning, but
I'm
it's-
surprised JJ's wing is fine. Jesus, that was a hit.
it was a very light tap as well. We pretty much got it perfectly on stream, so. Piggy now trying to attack from Giuseppe as well, so only 5/10 splitting them, so those hard tires are
Maya's in.
really struggling. Maya does go in the pit, as you can see. You can see just the massive pace difference. Between Giuseppe and Piggy. Piggy already 2/10 away from him. Wouldn't be surprised doing it before the start straight, but the start straight, no, the DRS straight. I mean, sorry. But I think he's gonna hold on. Goes very late on his brakes right there. Loses a bit of time, but I still don't think it's enough Um,
No, still isn't.
as you
With
can see,
these.
that was very easy. Now, about 16 seconds splitting the top 3. Basically the top 2, because Giuseppe definitely has to pit. Nathan in 9th place gets a 3-second time penalty. Definitely not what he wants. And Maya does go out ahead of him in the mediums now. I'm pretty sure she can go to the end with the
Yeah, yeah.
mediums.
They
Especially,
all can except for Giuseppe and Nathan.
yeah, especially if there's a safety. I think Giuseppe is really going to like that, and Nathan as well. So
If there's a safety car, Maya will love life. She will literally possibly go P3.
yep, I think Giuseppe and Nathan will also have a very good chance at getting far better points than they're aiming at the moment, because I think Giuseppe right now is looking at a P7, maybe P6, but then obviously he'll have much better pace as well. So Giuseppe does go in, so we'll see Piggy with a 3 seconds.
Unfortunate.
Maya and Glanza seem to be the only two drivers today that can keep it on track. So from what we can see, also the pit is about 20 seconds. So we'll see. Giuseppe goes out P4, which is actually not bad.
Yeah, Lupana's lost so much time.
Yeah, he's right behind him, but those 4 lap
Well, yeah, but
marks.
he was in P3.
Yeah, exactly. So now the middle seems to be a lot closer to each other. Maya really needs to push that car, try to maybe get within the pack if she can. Gain,
It's gonna be difficult.
she needs 20 seconds to get up to maybe maximum P4.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's over a second lap.
Yeah, which is
Impossible.
hard. It's about 5 tenths a lap, which is not very ideal for her. But she is gaining. We can see she's definitely gaining.
Okay, JJ, Jesus.
JJ with his 4th 3-second
12
time penalty.
seconds. This man gonna
Um,
finish last at this rate.
It's still not enough to go behind Maya, so
Is this or it's not? No, it's not flip.
it's not. So as far as he's concerned, he can continue getting those penalties. He'll be safe. Unless he gets disqualified, of course. There's
Well,
also
yeah.
that. Yeah. Glanza, 2.8 seconds and increasing. So at this point, I think it's easy running for him. Just send it home and he'll be good to go. His pace at
Yeah.
16.5 seconds. Not the greatest. It's a bit dull, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, unless a safety car happens, I think this is how it's gonna finish.
A lot of penalties.
Yeah, mostly JJ's, yeah.
At least as of yet, there hasn't been any disqualifications, but we all know
Wait for it.
we all know that this is Formula One. Anything can happen in a split of a second. Who knows? Maybe Glanza can cut the whole track and earn 20 seconds.
Ah, yes. Meanwhile, Piggy will grow wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, it's seeming pretty cut and dry. No one's really close to anyone.
We'll maybe see Maya's POV here. She is gaining time, just not enough, I think.
I mean, if Maya just doesn't catch up, on like lap 26, I just pit for softs. So you get an extra point. I mean, there's no way Nathan's passing you.
Yeah, he needs
Plus, he
to
has to
pit.
pit again.
Yep. And he has those penalties, don't forget. So.
Yeah.
She is gaining, but those 2 seconds a lap are really hurting her.
I mean, yeah, you need a safety car.
Yep, she does.
Now the question is who will bin it in the wall. My mind is on the pan.
Giuseppe, 3.7 seconds away from SpaceX, also gaining just a bit, but the rest seem to be losing. So Calvin, that being
And
said,
Calvin.
gets 3 seconds. So
I think that's the second one. It is him.
if we continue like that, Maya does go up to P6, but
Yeah, she's just on the brink of it.
yeah. Definitely not enough to pass Lupin though, so she needs to get on with it.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. She spun lap 1 and couldn't do much else.
Piggy and Glanza also seem to be holding on to their positions. Basically, they're matching pace as well, which is very nice to see at least. I mean, ultimately, Glanza did play the long game a bit better than Piggy. They were fighting for quite a lot of laps actually, about 13
Yeah,
laps.
I mean,
So
the entire first stint.
yeah. So still very good from Piggy. Someone who has said that I may not give him enough credit. So
Lol.
maybe I'm a bit overcritical on certain drivers, but I think he's very good. Overall, he's
Watch him spin now. Watch him spin.
no, it's a main straight. He won't spin.
You never know.
No, he's doing very well as well. Competing against Glanto is not easy. So also, as you mentioned, in Japan, putting it in P6, which is nice to see as well. So Tier 1, I think, is a whole different level. Even your composure goes a bit, or
Out the window.
handles a bit differently. So yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh,
especially
Monk.
after I think half a year for everyone's already up. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Who knows? Maybe the winter break, it's a bit different.
Yeah, this time will take even longer.
Maya, 4.9 seconds, definitely going to pass Calvin
Yeah.
and JJ at this point. So
They're going
JJ,
backwards.
yeah, JJ also losing time from Lupin, or Lupin is gaining. So
I think Giuseppe's gaining time.
well, yeah, true. He's 1.7 seconds away from SpaceX, so we'll move on to him. You can see him up ahead. So he's really pushing those medium tires, or SpaceX is just not pushing at all. Maybe waiting until he gets a bit closer and then dumping all that ERS, but still not a very good strategy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be careful because if these tires overheat right here, you are done.
Yep, Giuseppe, as you can see, really pushing it.
Yeah, he has a lot better, I think, corner speed. Just gained like 4 or 5 tenths. What?
Yep, 1.2 seconds now. This is going to be exciting. He may put it on the podium. Only 7 laps remaining, so if he handles his composure well, maybe attacks at the right time.
Yeah, they have similar straight line speed too.
Giuseppe is dumping that ERS, so
Well, yeah, but he didn't have that much to begin with.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the downforce areas he's really gaining.
Yeah, Jesus. He's within a second now. Maybe SpaceX is coasting?
Could
He's
be,
losing
I
so
mean,
much time.
Could be. Maybe he gambled on
Safety car.
safety. Yeah,
Yeah.
really dumped that that fuel down, and now he's struggling to finish the race. He'd rather obviously lose 1 position than 6. Yeah. So we'll see. Maya not really gaining so much now, so she's holding on to that place. But as you can see, Giuseppe really has
Yeah.
a lot more downforce than SpaceX. Half a second now. So we're pretty sure that this move is going to be done very soon. JJ with his
The
fifth.
fifth.
Now, very late braking
Ooh.
from Giuseppe, really gaining time here. Using that ERS, not the perfect time to use it, you're gonna just waste it at that moment, but DRS is open. As you can see, he is gaining on Jacob, but this move is not going to be done this lap at least. And you know what? Nathan is refusing to pit. He is refusing to pit. I mean, at the end of the day, he has nothing to lose if well, a safety car doesn't come out, because he'll remain last. It's his only hope at this point. And if he goes on softs, he'll have much better pace than pretty much everyone on the grid. So,
I mean, I don't know why he doesn't just pit
the only
now
issue,
for soft.
the only issue that he has, I think,
There's an issue.
is the fact that everyone else is also going to pit if a
Well-
safety car comes out. So,
Well, yes, but let's say he doesn't pit. No, he has to pit. I mean, regardless.
yeah, he has to. But the thing is, Glansapigi, they all pit. Everyone on hards will pit, and they will
Well, yeah.
still come out ahead.
Well, yes, but that's because he's way off.
yeah, exactly. So,
At this point, he's risking a puncture.
yeah.
Just
And
pit.
not
Okay,
to mention, not to mention on those hards, you're losing time constantly. So, if an advantage were to come, you can't really capitalize. You're going to stay lost at the end of the day until that safety car finishes. So,
Giuseppe's gaining.
gaining on SpaceX, looking to go down the inside. They're side by side.
Ooh, he gets the move done, I think.
SpaceX is now
We're
back
coming back.
ahead. Has
Ooh.
the inside line. They're still side by side fighting it. Giuseppe might have the inside line going into this corner though. So we'll see. It's a very, very bad corner for him. SpaceX, a much better exit. Giuseppe still with the
no.
inside line. He needs to be careful, because if he doesn't, that car can easily spin out. Dumping that ERS, they're still fighting. They do touch wheels, they
touch.
bang. Giuseppe refuses to go out of it and stays ahead.
And gets DRS.
That was very nice racing, but now I think SpaceX is coming back ahead, maybe putting that car
JJ got talent.
down the inside. JJ with his 6th, hopefully final penalty, because if he gets another, I'm pretty sure he's out of this race.
I thought he was out already, not gonna lie.
Giuseppe
Well-
puts that car on the podium place, at least up till now. That's a sigh of relief for him.
I'm just gonna watch JJ. I wanna see what he's doing.
We'll go. We'll go on JJ. I mean, from when he was racing against Lupin, he did do quite well, but he is really on the limit with those corners. So
He's too on the limit at this point. SpaceX rear overtakes.
SpaceX,
Yeah, DRS. And Giuseppe is out completely of ERS.
SpaceX still has a bit left. Not enough, but all he needs to do is stay within that DRS zone range and hopefully go back at SpaceX. Now on to the next DRS zone, the start-finish line. Giuseppe is gonna close that gap, at least Calvin also within 7/10 from JJ. I don't know if there was a small mistake there, but from what we can see, they're very, very
Oh, biggie spun!
Oh, that's not very nice to see, but he's 22 seconds at least. Hopefully that wing is okay.
Yeah, but he was, no, it's fine. He was gaining on Glanza. He was 1.4 off. And he just sent it with too much power. I think he hit the curb too forcefully and just went.
SpaceX and Giuseppe still fighting. Maya barely gaining on the rest, but Calvin and JJ are fighting, so this might help her. And
Calvin gets a penalty.
Calvin gets another penalty.
And Nathan finally pits
Yeah, he's
on
pretty
the soft
much
tires.
given up on the safety car at this point. It won't come out.
Yeah.
Giuseppe is being forced on the outside, but he does take
Ooh.
that position as they go side by side still. SpaceX going down the inside. Still doesn't get that position, so I think Giuseppe at this point has a bit of an advantage. I mean, he's
Ooh.
still...
Oh, yeah, he does.
They're still fighting, so this is going to be interesting how it plays out. Only 3 laps remaining at this point, so Nathan goes out on soft tires. Probably going to take that fastest lap, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Maybe take that point away from Glanza. He did set a
Calvin
nice...
is scrapping with JJ right now. Calvin just cut the track completely. Cut the corner at least.
He has a bit more ERS than JJ. They're pretty much equal though. We'll see how this is going to end up. Maya 3.9 seconds away from them, so it does help her
Oof.
definitely.
I thought he was gonna ram JJ's car.
This had a lot of space. Giuseppe, this is where he really gains on SpaceX. Almost 8/10 away from
Makes it. Calvin another 2 seconds.
Calvin really competing with JJ.
Oh, and
those
they touch.
penalties, they touch, and JJ
Spins.
Oh, that is not ideal. That really gives the position down to Maya. 2.2 seconds away from Calvin. He doesn't have damage, but those hard tires are not helping him at all. Oh, that's really unfortunate to see from JJ, but I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, he was still going to end up around that position. So we'll see. SpaceX, I don't think is gonna have another opportunity to attack on Giuseppe. About 1 second away, and now they're onto the big hairpin. So he's still going to be losing time on these corners, and maybe gaining a bit more on the straights. But no battles next to each other at the moment. So this helicopter view is really nice. Yep, he's gaining about a tenth on the straight without ERS. But then the downforce areas are really powerful. JJ with his 7th warning. At this point,
21 seconds.
Yep, at this point, Nathan is going to take that position from him.
Yeah, he is.
Lupin with
2
another
seconds.
3 seconds. Maya going up to P6 because of those penalties on Calvin as well. So lap 27 off 28. No safety cars, but plenty of penalties.
Oh yeah. "51 seconds of penalties combined."
Damn.
Yeah, big damn. Nathan takes the fastest lap.
As we assumed, Nathan puts a nice 136 on the board for Glanza. And who knows, maybe Glanza is storing a bit of VRS to take that fastest lap back. But he only has 1 chance to do it at this point, and we'll just have to wait and see. No one, I think, is lapped, or is Nathan lapped?
No one. Wait. No one has lapped.
Yeah. SpaceX 8/10 away from Giuseppe. Only has really 1 opportunity left, but he is gaining on Giuseppe, so probably going to unleash all that power. Now Giuseppe without TRS, both of their lights blinking, so
Yeah,
I forgot the word.
No worry, Giuseppe has 6%, SpaceX has 8, so they're both low.
Are their penalties the same? We'll have to check.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Maya, 2.7 seconds now, 2.6 and going down, but obviously it won't change much at this point. Glanza going into sector 3. Only really one hard corner left for him, dumping all of that ERS. From what I can see, is improving on his lap, but maybe not improving as much as he would like, because he only has about 3 seconds to get the fastest lap. Crosses the line, doesn't get the fastest lap, but wins the USA Grand Prix, Circuit of
And
the Americas.
JJ is out of fuel.
Piggy sets
Piggy
the
is the
fastest
fastest.
lap. Wow.
Yeah, but as I said, JJ has no more fuel.
Giuseppe and SpaceX now far apart from each other. Giuseppe does manage to secure that podium. SpaceX in P4. Lupin going to the final corner very soon. Puts it into a nice smooth P5. Calvin behind him finishes, or going to finish, in P7 because of those penalties. And Maya takes his position of P6. JJ
JJ retires.
retires
Couldn't
the
be
car.
bothered.
And as we can see, Nathan takes P8,
P8.
which is, I mean, not bad.
It's not bad considering
considering-
what
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
last.
So yeah, honestly, not the most entertaining race. It was pretty hard to commentate because everyone was really far apart. Not a lot of battles, but still quite entertaining as well. We had the first stint, which was packed with action, and then it kind of dialed down towards the middle and end of the stint. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. We really put a lot of effort on it. I'm sorry about some of the stuttering. I know it's not perfectly smooth, but we will definitely fix it next time. So Nathan, was that Nathan or Giuseppe? Gets the driver of the day, but um, yeah, as you can see, Glanza is our winner. Unfortunately, we cannot have driver interviews because Glanza does not join in our call. So yeah, it would be really nice to ask him a couple of questions, but
He's too cool. He's too cool.
yeah. But yeah, hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow as well. We do have the tier 1 race. That should hopefully be a full lobby. Hopefully should be packed with flavor, as they say. Lots of action. Hopefully more safety cars than before. And yeah, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Good.